Hey guys, please welcome to this video. In this video, we will again discuss a question of two-part analysis, which is a quant-based question. Let's just quickly read through it. A small business has just invested in a new piece of equipment. The business's accountant estimate that the value of the equipment will decrease over the time at a constant rate. Based on this assumption, the accountant properly estimated the value of the equipment 3 years afterwards is X and 6 years afterwards is Y. So X is 3 years later and Y is 6 years later. And 8 years afterwards to be for the first time 0. So 8 years afterwards it becomes 0 and it's decreasing at a constant rate. These are certain keywords that we should always take in cognizance. You might have noticed that I'm reading this question very slowly. Actually, it's very intentional because I just want to avoid any scenario in which I have to reread the question because that consumes a lot of time. So it's better to go slow but to read it just once and then understand it in that reading itself. Now, state the value of x and y which are jointly consistent with the given information. Make only two selections, one in each column. So the value, the question is talking about 8 years, and in 8 years it's becoming 0 and it's decreasing at a constant rate. So here I think it would be prudent to take an assumption. Maybe the price initially was 800. Why did I take it in 800? Because in 8 years it's becoming $0, right? So in 8 years I'm assuming that if it's decreasing at a constant rate, let's assume every year the decrease is 100, right? So at the end of the first year, this will be 700. At the end of the second year, this will be 600. At the end of third year, this is going to be 500. At the end of fourth year, this is going to be 400. At the end of fifth year, this is going to be 300. At the end of sixth year, this is going to be 200. At the end of seventh year, this is going to be 100. And at the end of eighth year, this is going to be 0. Now this is exactly consistent with the given information, and having noted these informations, what we can see is that x, which is the amount 3 years afterward, would be 500, and the y, which is the amount after 6 years, is 200. Make only two selections, one in each column. X and y are the values which are jointly consistent. So I can simply choose x to be 500 and y to be 200, and that gives us the answer of the question as D and A. I hope you enjoyed the explanation. We could also have started this with some assumption of the variable like x in the beginning, and then I would have started it by A maybe every year. But again, see, assuming the variables in the questions where the numbers can be assumed uh, is not really a good idea, because why? It slows us down, it slows our thinking down. Therefore, the things that you have to learn by watching the videos, by watching the methods of my method, is that you have to be very smart with the numbers, and where you can choose one, I think you should choose one. This was one of the scenarios. I hope that satisfies you and that makes your doubt clear about this question. If you enjoyed this, please don't forget to like this video on my YouTube channel and subscribe the YouTube channel. It helps reaching out to the more candidates. Thank you so much.